AEW Winter is Coming was a waste of time. The only good thing that happened on the show was Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale becoming the first inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. That was a good moment there. Everything else on the show was just a waste of time. AEW has been ice cold for years. Not months, years. They had a bad 2024. They've had a bad 2025, basically. And they've not really been able to get themselves out of this rut that they've been in for quite some time. Right? And it's not good. It's not good. This product is extremely unwatchable. Dynamite, along with SmackDown, those two are the worst wrestling shows of the week. The only thing is one's on Wednesday, the other one's on Friday. Both are horrible. I mean, this show was a waste. It was a waste. This was the weakest Winter is Coming that they've ever produced in its history. Its 6-year history. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. So, we're going to get into AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming from December the 10th, 2025. So, we kicked the show off with the first match of the night. Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron, they are the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions. They defeated Timeless Love Bombs, Thomas Tony Storm, and Mina Shirakawa. And this was great. This really should have been the main event. The crowd was really into it. And Willow Nightingale hit the powerbomb for the 1, 2, 3, and they got the win. So good stuff there. So we get a post-match interview done by Renee Paquette. Willow Nightingale talks about being proud of Harley Cameron and how much she's been able to trust Harley. Harley Cameron talks about facing Willow in her second ever match and how it feels standing with her as champions. And then who are they? They're babes. What do they do? What do they have? They have Wrath. So the crowd pops for that. Pyro goes off. And then the champs, they celebrate and shake hands with Thomas Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa. So that's fine there. Really good moment to start the show. It is what it is, but from there, it just went downhill all the way. Moving on from that, we go backstage. Samoa Joe talks about Eddie Kingston's time is coming tonight. He runs down Eddie Kingston before promising to beat him with the title on the line, calling him a man who will show Eddie Kingston the reality of what this industry is. Who cares? Moving on. We get more backstage stuff involving Jon Moxley. He talks about time running out in the Continental Classic. If there's one grain of sand left, there's time for Mox to score, even as people try to count him out. He talks about the principles of what the Death Riders believe in. So Daniel Garcia, he interjects. He talks about this further, and then he talks about chasing the TNT title. Who cares about this? Jon Moxley should be excommunicated from the Death Riders. I don't know why they haven't worked on an angle of getting him out of the Death Riders, but it needs to happen. He's been a failed leader for months and months, and I don't know why they have not decided to replace him with somebody. someone who can actually cut a promo and talk. I mean, obviously Moxley is the talker of the group, but they need somebody else, and I don't know who that could be. Maybe Pac could lead the faction. Maybe, I don't fucking know, but I don't know. Moving on. This leads us into Kazuchika Okada. He defeated Jack Perry in the Continental Gold League Classic. Who cares about this garbage? I don't care about the tournament. Okada wins via the Rainmaker. Don't really care. So, this is a waste of time. Moving on. So, Don Callis gets on the mic. He shows a bit of respect for Jack Perry, saying that this was one of the hardest matches Okada has ever had in a while. He then tries to offer Jack Perry a spot in the Don Callis family, as well as a signing bonus, using the money that the Bucks won at Full Gear. Jack Perry hesitates. Don Callis wants to know what Jack Perry is waiting for. He threatens Jack Perry if he should choose not to respond. So, Jack Perry takes the mic. He looks at the family. And then he starts to start everyone down. He does not accept the offer. So, Josh Alexander shows up. And they beat down Luchasaurus and Jack Perry. The Young Bucks show up. And they make the save. They hit a BTE trigger on to Okada. I don't care about this garbage. Who gives a shit about this? Can we please stop with the Don Callis family? The Don Callis family would be a cooler faction if they had about maybe 4 members. So maybe Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita, Okada, and maybe Josh Alexander. That's something I could get behind if it was a foursome. Pause. But nothing beyond that. When you add in like Rocky Romero and all these other bumps they have in there, it's not cool. It's lame as shit. Moving on. So the Babes of Wrath, they're backstage celebrating with the conglomeration. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Moving on from that, we get a video package. Mercedes Moné, she's on a downward spiral, basically. So whatever. They're starting to work on that on her storyline where she's going to lose all the gold and just be focused on winning the AEW Women's World Championship, which she will do next year. Probably around, I would say, All In next year. So that's probably what they'll do. I mean, actually, no, I would say about Revolution, maybe. I don't know. But she'll be champion next year. I mean, that's common sense. That's a no-brainer. Moving on from that, Eddie Kingston's backstage. He acknowledges the fact that this is the 50th anniversary of Terry Funk winning his first world title, hoping he can make Terry proud before stopping himself before getting too emotional. So, there's that. That's fine, I guess. So, Tony Schiavone's out there next, and Mark Briscoe is his guest. He says hello to the crowd. He says to all the haters they can kiss his big white ass. So the crowd chants big white ass, which is so fucking stupid. Willa Yuta, his sorry ass showed up. He cut a promo, didn't care, wanted to burn my television to the ground. Talked a bunch of nonsense. Then this led us into nothing happened from this. This is a lame-ass promo. I don't care about this shit. Moving on. So the Triangle of Madness, they show up. They're wrecking havoc until Statlander shows up with a steel chair, and that was that. Moving on from that, Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland, they defeat Tatsuya Shibata and Will Hobbs in the Tornado Tag Team match. I don't care about this shit. I'm guessing this is going to be a triple threat. at World's End for the AEW World Championship. So, there is that. Josh Alexander, he's watching backstage. He's going to take on Swerve on Collision. So that should be an okay match there, I guess. Moving on from that, Don Callis, he tells the Young Bucks that the money they retrieved is still his and would rather get his pound of flesh than take the pair to court over it. So he issues a challenge for 3 of his guys to face the Bucks and a partner of their choosing. Next week, as AEW goes to Manchester, England. Don't care about this shit. We already know it's going to be Kenny Omega. Whatever. So, FTR, Stokely Hathaway, he's backstage. He talks about the Bang Bang Gang. He says the world's most dangerous narcotic is not the one on the street. It's this camera, as people get on here and believe they deserve TV time or to win a championship. I don't care about this garbage. He's just promoting FTR taking on the Bang Bang Gang next week in Manchester. I don't give a damn about this shit at all. Moving on, Kyle Fletcher defeats Speedball Mike Bailey in the Continental Gold Classic. I don't care about this. This match went on way too long. I didn't even really watch it. The fact that it took Kyle Fletcher probably about maybe 18 minutes to beat Mike Bailey is pathetic. The match should have been over with within like 10 minutes. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it at all. But it is what it is. Don't really care about it. Actually, no, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Mike Bailey defeated Kyle Fletcher. Oh my God, this is so stupid. So the Don Callis family there show up and to attack Speedball Mike Bailey. Then Kevin Knight comes out to make the save, and that was it. I don't really care about this. This is pathetic. This match lasted 19 minutes, and Mike Bailey won. AEW is so damn stupid. So damn stupid. Moving on from that. So Hangman is backstage. He tells Samoa Joe he's keeping an eye on the world title match while issuing a warning that he's coming for Samoa Joe regardless of who leads with the title tonight. He's coming for his world championship. Clearly this is going to set up a triple threat match of some sort at World's End. I don't care about it at all. Moving on, this leads us to the Elite reuniting for the 10 millionth time. They knock on Kenny Omega's locker room. He says, yeah, he's down for it. He's going to kick the Don Callis' family's ass for free. He's not interested in the money or whatever. Who cares about this garbage? Main event of the evening, Samoa Joe puts Eddie Kingston to sleep to retain the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, and that was the show. This show was a disaster. It was a waste of time. The only good thing on the show, like I said before, it happened within the very first match, and that was the crowning of the first ever inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions in Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. The show went downhill from there. The fact that World's End is basically in 2.5 weeks from this Saturday, and that they've done nothing. They don't have but 3 matches announced, and those are Continental Classic matches, like semifinals and the finals. So you got those 3 matches. Who cares? They're probably going to do a fatal 4-way for the world title. Hopefully MJF will show up, at World's End. He needs to. There are no stars on this show at all. There's no MJF. There's no Edge. There's no Christian Cage. There's nobody there. There's no one there. And Full Gear, my bad, and World's End is going to be taking place like I said before, 2.5 weeks from now. Once again in Chicago. It's going to be at the now arena, which holds 10,000 people, 10,543 people. They probably will get maybe half of that because we don't know what the card is going to be. And I don't know. I really don't know what to say. It's just AEW is really down bad. They're really fucking down bad. And it's not good. This is not good. It's not good. All right? It's not good at all. They're down bad. They're down bad right now. Again, their final pay-per-view of the calendar year is in 2.5 weeks. And there has not been a single match announced outside of just the Continental Classic stuff for the Gold League and the Blue League. That's it. Nothing else. And I would assume the world title is probably going to be announced at some point. But I don't know. It is what it is. AEW continues to be on a downward spiral. But what did you guys think of AEW Winter is Coming? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.